And we are live. Welcome to Meet the Members, episode 5 with Luke here. What's up, Luke?
What's up? What's up, Billy? Thanks for having me.
For sure.
I was
For those
grooving
that
with
don't
that
know,
song. That was a good beat to it.
yeah, setting the tempo right. For setting the tempo.
Yeah.
So for those that haven't seen the show before or just catching up for the first show, it's a show to kind of meet the members, right? So like Developer DAO is a ultimate network of like devs, DevRels, enthusiasts from all over the world, but life gets busy, right? So we can't all hang out on Discord and chat like we used to back in the day. We all have jobs, and these jobs are all over the place, and we don't get to know who the members are as people. And you just get caught up in the game, right? Web3 moves so fast that like sometimes you just miss people. So we get a chance to actually meet the members, humanize them, let them know who they are, what they're doing. If they are doing something cool or looking for something to do that's cool, you never know. Also, when you go out to like all these different events, you don't know people, you want to get to know people. Now you get to know Luke and say, hey, I want to hang out with Luke. He seems like a cool guy. Let me chill at the next event and say what's up. So for those that don't know the spice part, we have 5 minutes of nice where you can kind of just get to know Luke a little bit. The public relations questions, the boring stuff, if you want to talk tech or anything. And then we get into the spice, the questions that people really want to know to get people, what are they like as a person? How would they respond to stuff? And as usual, if you can make it the 5 minutes without tapping out, then you hold the championship. Only one person has done it so far. So let's see if Luke can handle it. So I'm going to put up the timer. Give me just a second here. And Luke, shill yourself. Let us know who Luke is. Go for it.
So, well, I got 5 minutes. I'm not sure where to start really, but I've always been someone who loved software. I loved computers. I was just fascinated by it. My first computer was the Apple IIc, which Billy will probably remember. And back then I learned how to code. You probably had these too, called type-in programs. Like the back of computer magazines, the last 20, 30 pages would actually be source code. And like, it was really hard to find teachers who could teach software to 12-year-old kids. And it was hard to find all this education. So we'd go in the back of software magazines and we'd just type in the code, and it was AppleSoft Basic. So this is how I learned to code, and I loved it. It was my life. I went to school for computer science. I dropped out in '96 when like the internet boom was happening. It's funny. There's some events that I really remember exactly where I was when they happened, and then my parents remembered where they were when JFK died. I remember exactly where I was when Netscape went public, and I remember thinking to myself, yes, that's what I want to do with my life. I want to get involved in this world. Dropped out of school.
Navigator.
Yes. I remember I was in high school, the senior year in high school. I came downstairs and my parents were like, some sort of internet thing just went public and this guy's made all this money. Do you know what this is? And I said, oh, yes, I do. I remember where I was the first time I saw the visual internet, like the actual, because we Telnet and FTP and all this stuff, but actually to see the World Wide Web, I remember seeing that for the first time. I dropped out of school, went to San Francisco, worked at a handful of startups. The only one that's sort of around today is WebMD. We had a small startup that got sold to Healthion that became WebMD. Worked mostly in like healthcare software, which I really enjoyed it for a long time. And then .com bust happened. I got really burnt out. I decided I wanted to do something completely fucking different, like a whole life change. I became a yoga teacher. I moved to LA for a while, taught yoga there. I went to India to go study yoga and Sanskrit. And on the trip home from India, I stopped in Bangkok to visit a friend. I ended up meeting a woman who offered me a job teaching yoga at a studio she had opened. And at first I thought it'd be like a fun, live in a foreign country, 1 year type of thing, like cool experience. I ended up staying for 18 years. But during that time, there's times where I was teaching part-time or was teaching full-time, but also part-time. I started a video production company. I did corporate video production. I did documentary production, did TV production, did a lot of stuff like that. And then, I don't know, I was kind of just having fun. I was teaching yoga part-time, doing all this production work. And then lockdown happened. And I had this 5 months where I couldn't work. Like I couldn't teach yoga because all the fitness places were closed. I couldn't do video production because the government wasn't allowing more than 3 people in a room at the same time. And there was this moment that I was kind of like, well, shit, I got bills. Like I got to do something with my life, right? And this moment where I was thinking, well, like, okay, COVID is going to end, but the likelihood of COVID-2 or something is more than 0%. So I know like this could happen. And I thought, well, why don't I just upskill myself, like see what's out there? And I started like, just learning React and stuff. And I thought, well, maybe I'll just learn React and get a job, go sit on a beach, smoke weed, and pump out websites and make a lot of money. And then like I started to learn about Web3, and that's where like something like just like got excited in my brain again. And I think what excited me so much about Web3 is that it was so radically different from Web1. Whereas like I knew how centralized services worked. I knew how databases were built. I knew all this stuff. But like Web3 and decentralized services and blockchains were so completely radically different that I realized I got so excited by all the stuff I didn't know. And that's how I kind of fell down this rabbit hole. And then I discovered DevRel, which was weird because like when I first thought about getting back in tech, I was like, well, I be in tech, I guess I'll be a programmer. And then I realized that DevRel was this crazy job that combined like my programming skills, my video production skills, and even my yoga teaching skills. Like, I think in some ways there's this universal grammar of teaching, like teaching is about breaking something down into simple concepts and teaching them one at a time and inspiring people to want to learn more and more. And whether I was teaching somebody how to like be physical and move their body for the first time, or whether I'm teaching somebody how to code or understand a complicated topic, it's all kind of the same thing. And so when I realized that there existed this job, DevRel, that I'd never heard of, that combined all these random skills I'd amassed over 20 years, I'm like, wow, this is it. This is like the job I have to find. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm working a company called Iris, focusing on permanent storage. And yeah, I absolutely love it. It's really, really fun.
Awesome. What a cool story. Yeah.
Yeah. I sort of rushed at the end.
So before we get started, how can people follow you? Like what's the move? What's the best way to reach out to you or see what you're up to? Is that your Twitter?
Yeah. Isn't that, we don't have it on the bottom. How do we add it?
Let me see. I'm horrible at this. So let me see if I can make like a banner or something right here.
Well, I used to work in video production, so I should figure it out somehow, right?
Yeah. So it's at space agent, right?
Yeah, with an E at the end. Agente.
Agente. All right. So
well,
for those on Twitter, I'm going to add this banner really quick. Let me see. There we go. Space. Yeah, look at me.
Okay.
Well, now, now that that's all set and done here, it's time for the spice moment here where everybody's been waiting for. The vote for those that are just catching on right now on the stream. We went through the 5 minutes of nice, got to learn a little bit Luke, a little bit of his story, why he's here, why he's part of the Developer DAO, what drew him in, right? Seems like a cool guy. Are you heading to Thailand by any chance? Are you going to be there for DevCon?
I will be there for DevCon for sure. Okay. I'm going back, I think in probably August. I'll be hanging down probably in Phuket and down the beach up until I'm kind of over cities. I mean, Bangkok's a great city, but I'm over the big city thing. So I'll be back for DevCon for sure.
Okay. Nice. So, Luke's the plug over there. Now that he's been there for 18 years, he knows what's up. He knows where to get you where you need to go. Okay. Whether that's a happy
He is working on a travel guide. Oh, Billy.
We're in the spice portion now. That's it right here. All right. So let's go ahead.
So you're coming, right, Billy?
I believe so. Yeah.
Well, all right. Yeah. And what would you like me to line up for your tour?
Just a nice place to stay, to be honest. Like a really cool spot. Yeah, like that's it. Like whatever's, I want to see what's super cool out there. Like what is there to see that I can't get in there? Yeah. No, I'm not too sure about like what Thailand has to offer other than what I've seen. And usually it's kind of like really positive. Like I want to check out Tiger Muay Thai for sure, because I love martial arts and all that. So I'm definitely going to go to a smoker fight at some point. So one of those for sure. But
it's funny. There's, we'll go into your spice story. I'll tell you the funny story afterwards.
Right, here we go. So 5 minutes of spice. Luke, at any time if a question makes you feel uncomfortable or you don't want to answer it, just tap out. You're good to go. It's going to be a mixture of questions and some challenges, maybe a little dare. We should be good to go. Here we go. And we start. All right, Luke, toilet paper, which way do you put it? Downwards or upwards?
Well, I mean, upwards, but honestly, I try not to use it. I mean, that's what water is for, right? It's this sort of American thing that like all you and your toilet paper over there. But I feel like toilet paper is like, I don't know, if you spilled chocolate fudge on the ground, you wouldn't like move it around with a dry paper towel, would you? You'd use some water. Like this is what water is for, and it's much better for the environment too. Like but really, it's about a cleanliness thing.
Okay, very
Totally,
cool.
you use a square to dry yourself off at the end, and otherwise, it's water to clean yourself.
There you go. All right, I work with it.
But hanging over, of course. I don't have a cat.
Proper way. Okay. Do you own any GameStop stock, or plan to buy any GME?
I wish. Yeah, that would have been smart of me. There are a lot of my financial. Yeah, I should have made a lot of financial decisions that were different than the ones I made.
Well, spinning off that, what's been your biggest L in crypto?
Oh, Luna. Big L for Luna. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Who's your favorite DevRel in the Web3 space?
Oh, man, you don't want to say that. Billyjitsu. Because he invites me on, it gets me on live streams.
There you go. Well, okay, obviously, as we know, I was going to skip this question, but we know what that is now. What's the last lie you told besides the one you just told right now?
I can't have one favorite. The last lie I told, yes, the announcement is coming out this month.
Very good one. What's the pettiest thing you've ever done?
Pettiest thing I've ever done. Huh. I don't know. I mean, I probably did a lot of dumb shit when I was with my ex, but I went through a lot of therapy too that helped me realize it was dumb shit.
All right. We're going to jump right into the challenge. I need you to act like me for 30 seconds. Go. Start off with I'm Billyjitsu and go.
I'm Billyjitsu. 30 seconds. Oh, shit. I'm Billyjitsu, and I love Muay Thai, and I like making people feel uncomfortable on the Spice channel. But, man, I'm not doing very good at this. Is this okay?
It's horrible. Keep going.
It's really bad. It's really bad.
Keep going. Destroy me.
I don't know. You're a nice guy. I can really destroy you.
Well, time's up. All right. That was a horrible job, but it's okay. We work with it. All
right. I didn't tap out, though.
Yeah, you didn't tap out. Have you ever been caught checking anybody out?
Oh, probably all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's probably because I was doing it. But
for sure. All right. I need names. Who is your Web3 crush?
Who's my name? Dapper Dan, of course.
Oh, okay. Have you ever snitched on anybody for personal gain?
I mean, probably, but I don't think so. Tell you the truth, I don't think I have. Okay. I mean, maybe when I was a kid, my brother, but I don't think it's what you mean.
Yeah. That doesn't count. It's mandatory, pretty much.
Yeah, he deserved it anyway.
Yeah. And this question I got to ask everybody now because I'm going to find out that somebody does, or they're all liars. Do you have or ever had an OnlyFans account or subscription?
I mean, do I subscribe to other people or do I have subscribers myself?
Either or.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the creator economy and doing what I can to support creators.
Okay, that's a nice.
So yes, of course I do.
All right. So Luke is nasty. All right.
Honestly, I don't think I don't. I mean, I subscribe to a few OnlyFans accounts. I don't have an OnlyFans account myself, but I think that's more that I worry that I wouldn't get subscribers. I think that's honestly, if you wanted, I've been to enough nude beaches that I wouldn't be surprised if my nude picture was out there somewhere. But my real fear isn't that the nude picture would be out there. My fear is that people wouldn't want to see the picture.
Yeah, if you have OnlyFans, you only made $20. It's time to pack it up. When was the last time you watched an adult video?
Oh, like a full length one or like 2 minutes of one?
Whatever you needed.
I don't know, probably within the last 24 hours sometime.
Oh my, he just did it right before the show. All right. Challenge.
Oh shit.
Show us the contents of the hidden folder on your phone.
I don't have a hidden folder.
What?
A hidden. I mean, I have a folder on photos called porn. Is that what you mean? But I just call it porn.
He's just out and open with it. All right, we're gonna skip that. I'm good. What is
that way I can find it?
What is the most disgusting thing you do alone?
Disgusting thing. I do have this strange habit of mine. I don't think it's disgusting, but people probably think it's weird. Like when I wash my hands after I use the bathroom, whenever I see a towel hanging there, I worry that the towel is like dirty because people wash their hands on it. So I often dry my hands on my hair. Is that weird? Like, it's to me, it seems more sanitary because I'm like, okay, I've got this nice long hair and I could just sort of dry my hands.
Yeah.
But like the towel is always hanging there in the bathroom. To me, feels dirty because other people use it. But
Yeah.
is that okay? I mean, or should I say I pick
mean,
my nose and eat it? I don't know.
I mean, that's probably more disgusting to me. I actually used to do
But
that.
it is
on my hair too when
this
there's no
weird
towel.
habit I have that
Yeah.
feels kind of like strangely logical to me. That drying my
Yeah.
hands on my hair is more sanitary.
Well, you did it. You made Luke is pretty chill. It's my first time actually meeting you, so we've chatted before, but we never actually talked face to face in a sense. So super nice to meet you again. Follow space agente, space agent with an E on Twitter if you want to keep catching up like whatever Luke's up to. And then he's the guy for all the DevCon. Let me stop that. He's the guy for DevCon Alpha. You know, if you're looking for a place to stay, that would be the recommendations, right? You're creating that travel guide.
Yeah, I'm going to create a travel guide. I'll create stuff at different price points. I was going to put restaurants in there too, like street food restaurants, mid-price restaurants, and some fancy ones. And I'm going to create some side trips too, like people who are going to come early or stay late. There's just some like fun side trips. There's an elephant sanctuary I'm going to recommend that people can go to. That's magical. You can you get in the river with these elephants. You can bathe them and feed them and just do some really neat stuff.
Nice.
So I want to include like stuff you wouldn't normally find online, but I definitely think people are flying a long way. It makes sense to stay a bit longer.
Yeah.
Jet lag does suck.
Look forward to checking that out. I definitely want to explore a little bit more. I get caught up. I get so stuck into work that I don't really get to enjoy the areas that I'm in that much. So it's like, I want to definitely check a few things out and explore that I wouldn't do normally. So really looking forward to that. Thank you again, Luke, for coming out.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. Gracias, amigo.
Sure. Yeah. See, it wasn't too spicy. We're getting there. We want more people to sign up. It's super awesome to see people signing up and getting ready. We have a larger queue now. So I am reaching out to everybody one by one. I haven't forgot about anybody. I just got to get to everybody on the list. We're doing it once a week. Don't be afraid to sign up. Don't drop out. We had a few droppers already saying they were a little nervous about it, but not too bad, right? It's fun. It's chill. People get to know you. So the formal
wait. Before we leave,
yes.
One important question. Do you have an OnlyFans account? And do you subscribe to
no.
You don't subscribe to anybody?
No.
And when is the last time you watched an adult film?
God, it's been a long time. It's been long. Yeah. I'd have to say like over a year, if anything. I'm pretty dry, unfortunately. I know.
Yeah.
You got to put me on the hot seat. Someone's like, so the way we're going to do it right now, everybody's asking when they're going to put me on the hot seat. And I'm going to leave that up to the champions. And so far, only Luke and Phil have been the only ones that have been able to complete the full 5 minutes. So we're going to put up to the poll who's going to give me the heater eventually towards the end of the season. So we'll see.
Yeah, we got to figure out some spicy questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know. I'm pretty open book. But we'll see. We'll put me. So link will be on the YouTube. It'll also be on the Twitters. Thank you so much, Luke, for coming by. We'll catch you next week. I think we have 2 people on the pipeline. I got to see who's going to confirm. Could be Patrick Skinner or another guy that's not as popular. You never know. Surprise guest. So we'll see. All right, guys. Catch you later.
All right. Bye-bye. Adios.